Hi everyone, this is Heather Elizondo with Keller Williams City View out of San Antonio, Texas, and today I'm going to show you around a listing that I have out here at Blue Lake Estates in Horseshoe Bay. It's on Lake LBJ. The neighborhood is on Lake LBJ, and this house is awesome. It's got 1,830 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and one of the coolest things about this house is that there's actually an unfinished downstairs that can add an additional 964 square feet to the property, increasing the property by 1 bedroom, a living room, and a bathroom. And by doing so, you would actually increase the value of the home by about $100,000. So it's a fantastic investment. The bids on the project to finish out the basement are far less than $100,000. So this could be a great way for you to get into some lake life without having to pay lakefront taxes here in one of the most coveted neighborhoods in Horseshoe Bay. We've got low tax rates around here, and you're hearing a lot of golf cart traffic right now because it is an absolutely gorgeous day out here. It's like 80 degrees, and we happen to be catty corner from the golf course. It's right there, but I will show you the golf course in a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up the front of the property up these really cool steps. This property is on ½ acre. It's a double lot, and it's very interesting configuration because the property actually has a few different ways to enter. If we walk up here, you would think that the front door is going to be downstairs, but this way we actually get to the unfinished basement space. So this front door, while it looks like it should be the actual front door and this should be the actual porch, is not, because this leads to the unfinished space that I'm going to show you after I show you the living space that's upstairs, which is awesome. So we're going to walk up these, let me turn you around so you're looking the right way. Okay, we're going to walk up these stairs to the deck. Now, one of the cool things about this space also is the amount of outdoor living that you get down here. We have a fire pit set up with some chairs over here, a couple of grills. Got plenty of space before you hit the road. It's a very spacious lot. We're going to look more at these views in a little bit, but this is Texas Hill Country, and the sun sets right over there. So you get the most gorgeous hill country sunsets from this patio. And they have a baby gate up because they have a little dog. They didn't want running down the stairs. But this patio is elevated off the ground, so you're looking out above the tree line. The golf course is right over there. You can see hills far, far away. Let me come over here into the corner so that you can see some more. Even in the video right now, you were looking at the gorgeous blue skies. Like I said, it's 80 degrees and absolutely phenomenal. The lake is right over here, but we're also going to see some of that later. But out here in this porch area, they've got a living room set up. Got a couple of the chairs still covered up because we had some rain recently. And we have a kitchen table. It's an awesome place to sit in the evenings. So we're going to go into the house from the patio door. Now, this is an awesome space because it incorporates the eating part of the kitchen, the cooking part of the kitchen, and also the living space. Very large open area. They've got full-size couch, full-size sectional, this table that seats 8 very comfortably over here, a very snazzy antler chandelier here that harkens back to the previous owner's decorating style. And then the kitchen is complete with a breakfast bar. It's an island kitchen. And you can see there's tons of space in here. Dishwasher, sink, looks out over the TV and everything else. Got double fans in here to increase the flow. In the middle of the summer, it's hot outside, the AC works great in here. Here's the rest of the kitchen. You can see that all the windows have these plantation shutters. They're really kind of neat because they're actually magnetic, so when you stick them in, they snap securely into place. It's also very easy to ensure your privacy because they close completely flat and then nobody can see in. I have them opened up right now because it's such a gorgeous day. I wanted you to see the sunlight outside. So this is the main living area of the house. You've got laminate wood floors in here. And I'm going to show you, well, we have a pantry. I almost missed that. And I'm going to show you the bathroom and guest room and kids room is what they're using these rooms for right now. It's a good size, nice natural light in here. And this is what they use as the guest room. This has a king-size bed, very large king-size bed in it. And there's still plenty of space in here to walk around. And we have sliding door closets. Beautiful natural light. I have the overhead on, but when I turn it off, you can see it still is a ton of natural light in here. And we walk back out into this little area, and next door we have what they're using as the kids' bunk room. So right now this is a double bed on the bottom and a twin on top, and then twin bunks over here. So you could safely and comfortably sleep 5 kids in here if they were all going to be on the bunk beds. And then a nice big closet. It's a walk-in closet. I'm not going to walk in there. You know how it is when you're selling a house. You got to stick everything someplace, so we don't want to start an avalanche. Tons of storage in this house. Lots of linen closets, complete with beach towels. All right, so we're going to walk over here. Now, this looks like the front door from the inside, and it actually is an additional front door. We're going to go out there in just a second. Let me finish showing you around inside first. So this is the master wing of the house. Excuse me, the primary wing of the house. We have a nice big laundry room, tons of extra space. Remember this laundry room, because we're going to talk about this in a minute when we go back downstairs. We've got a couple of nice closets over here. And this is a linen closet. Now, here is the master suite. Very large room. Spacious. They've got a huge king-size bed in here. You can see the end tables. We've got the windows. I opened up all the plantation shutters out here so that you can see from this master bedroom. You have a view of that whole hill country and golf course. Let me go above it. There you go. Gorgeous. So you can watch the sunset while you're laying in bed. And then the master bath over here. Extra wide vanity. Natural light. Let me turn off the light so that you can see. Still tons of light in here because of that window. And then we have a stand-up shower and the stool. So there's no tub in here. There is a tub in the other bathroom. This also has one of the largest closets I have ever seen in a lake house. They used to have a twin bed in here that they put in here for when they had too many kids. So as you can see, it's gigantic. Tons of storage in here. Okay. So now we're going to walk out the other front door of the house. So what you've seen right now is the 1,830 square feet. It's so very spacious in here and spread out. It does not feel small or cramped or anything. I happen to know the sellers of this property personally, and I'm going to say we've probably had 20 to 30 people in here before, of course, pre-pandemic, and everybody was able to spread out comfortably without being on top of each other. So now we're going to walk out the other front door, and this is the back of the house. This house is kind of a chameleon because on the front of the house it looks fairly traditional, but from the back, we're going to walk down the steps here so that you can get some perspective. We're in a very long driveway, which is fantastic for when you have a bunch of people over and you have all their cars. And this is a Santa Fe style outside. So what you'll notice is that when you walk up these steps over here on this side of the house, you're walking into the main living space. So it's not like you're going upstairs. We are in the hill country, so the elevation of the lot is such that the driveway side is higher than the front, the street side. So from the door to the house, you walk along this covered area and down these stairs, and that is the door to the garage. So the garage is attached to the house, but it is not an inside access door. We're going to walk into the garage. You can see currently there's a jet ski in here, and the golf cart goes in here also. But I pulled the golf cart out because we're going to take it in a minute so we can look at the rest of the neighborhood. So this is a spacious, oversized 2-car garage. Very much oversized. You could fit 2 cars in here and still be able to open all the doors. So this is the door that we were just looking at that leads out to that walkway. It's locked currently. You know, I often joke around that the hardest part of this job is learning how to work doors. So here you can see the stairs that go up to that main door to the house. And then we've got another little door right here that's like a secret short door. Now that leads to that unfinished basement part. Now I'm going to walk you around the property a little bit so that you can see how everything is laid out, and then you can understand how the basement works. We're walking along the side of the property. This area over here is actually intended to be kind of a driveway for a golf cart, because these double doors right here are intended to be golf cart storage. This is that fire pit we were looking at. So we're back at the front of the house again. Those are the stairs that we climbed up initially. These double doors right here lead to the basement area, which is unfinished. Now, I don't know if you have any concept of how large this is, but it's 946 square feet worth of large. So it's just about half the size of this house upstairs. It has been framed out. It's got insulation in some of the walls. This is the door that leads out to the front. So it's kind of like getting two houses in one, really, because there's two separate front doors. Now this space is intended by the blueprints that are included in the listing to house a bedroom, and then this over here is already punched out for a bathroom. You can see it's really kind of cool because you can see how the house is built on top of the foundation. On top of the natural stone. But this area right here has already been cleared out for the bathroom. It just needs to be framed out and then finished. And then this is supposed to be another living room in here. And over here on the side, from right about here to the doors, would be the golf cart storage. And it's also intended for there to be a laundry room. I believe it's in this area over here. I need to look at the plans again. So remember we were looking at the laundry room upstairs, that is directly above here. So what the intention is that there would be a laundry room right here with a stairway that leads up into the current laundry room. So that way everything would be incorporated all in the same space. This door that you see up here in the corner is the door that leads to the garage. So it's a really, really exciting concept, in my opinion, getting to design the bottom floor. Now that floor plan that I was talking about is nothing set in stone. That's just a concept that one person came up with as a proposal for what to do for the space. So you could repurpose this any way you want. This could become fully 3 full-size bedrooms down here. It's so big. And imagine what that would do to the property value if you added that many bedrooms to the house. All right, so closing these doors, and we are going to go for a little ride. Walking back around the side of the house. Now over here you have 2831, which is the state highway. The only traffic that comes down this road is into this neighborhood because this is the end of 2831. And then it turns into Blue Lake Estates. And the cross street over there is Bluebonnet Drive. So we're going to go for a ride in the golf cart. We're going to see how good I am at steering and videoing at the same time. All right, here we go. All right, so we are driving. I want you to see how close you are to everything, because the best part about not living on the water but having a lake house, besides that you don't have to pay lakefront taxes, is that you also don't have to maintain it. You don't have to worry about maintaining the pier or anything like that. So right now we're at the stop sign of Bluebonnet and where 2831 turns into Blue Lake. There's the golf course that we're going to go to in a minute. But first I wanted to show you where the water is. So we're turning the corner and going up Bluebonnet. Beautiful day. This is undeveloped land over here that will not be developed. The terrain out here is very hilly. Obviously, it's hill country, so you have no across the street neighbors. And as we come over the crest of the hill, you're looking right at the lake. And it is gorgeous and peaceful and serene today. I'm out here on a Wednesday, so there's no weekend or lake traffic. This is another big empty lot that will not be developed. This Blue Lake community was originally built several years ago, I guess we're going on about 50 years ago now, as a retirement community. So the first houses that were built out here were purchased by people who were nearing retirement. Pretty soon, the vacationers and people who were just longing for some peace in their lives found this neighborhood. So now we're pulling into the park. And this park is private property of Blue Lake and Blue Lake residents. It is not accessible to people who are not Blue Lake residents. The HOA dues of $300 a year pay for maintenance of this park. And luckily, we have some permanent residents out here who take great pride in keeping the park in great shape. I'm gonna park the golf cart right here and walk so that you can see how awesome this park is. Oh my gosh, the water looks fantastic today. It's so peaceful out here. So, one of the coolest parts about this park, we've got a pier on this side and a pier on the other side, is that you basically are not touching any other neighborhoods. So you get to know all the people who live out here and all the vacationers. I'm walking all the way up to the top of the hill so that you can see. Now, Blue Lake Estates is in Horseshoe Bay. If you're familiar with the Horseshoe Bay Resort, it's actually over that direction. And Applehead, which is the gigantic multi-million-dollar houses, is over that direction. But you can see how peaceful and serene the water is. The area across the lake is undeveloped. It's owned by a corporation. Not sure what the plans are for it. At one point it was owned by Baylor University. All of these houses that you see on this side are part of the Blue Lake community. We have a boat dock, actually a boat ramp back there that I will drive you past to see in a little bit. We have picnic tables, grills, amazing shade, and one of the best 4th of July fireworks shows I've ever seen, where they set them off right here in the middle of the park. Walking down to the pier. Now, I said I have a personal relationship with this house and with these owners. This is the beach my kids learned to swim in. It's blocked off so that fish and wildlife can get through underneath the pier, but no boats or any sort of traffic can get in here. That is sand over there, and it's fairly shallow till about halfway through. I don't think it gets any deeper than about 6 feet inside there. But you can tie up boats over here on the side. Fantastic fishing, and people will float out here in the water too. It's so incredibly peaceful. Even on the busiest of weekends, this park remains private property of the people who own houses in Blue Lake. And that could be you. So we are going to go back to the golf cart now. There's another picnic area over there, I'm sure you can see. And there's actually a faucet over there that has fresh water in it, not lake water. So if you need to rinse anything out, you can. All right, back in the golf cart. Now we're going to drive down and see some of the other amenities of the neighborhood. Pardon the bumpy ride, please. Could have done this in a car, but I wanted you to get the idea that driving this in a golf cart is nothing. It's so very easy. You don't have to get sand in your car. All right. If I was to turn down this street, that's how we got down here to the water. Right over the crest is where the house is. But instead, I'm going to go straight because I want to show you where the boat dock is. The ramp. I keep calling it the dock. Where the ramp is. Give you an idea of what the neighborhood is like. It's peaceful. It's about, I'm going to make a guess here, it's probably about 60% vacation homes, about 40% permanent residents out here. Houses have been built over the past 50 years, so you'll find some that are brand new and you'll find some that are older. And right here is the ramp. So so we're going to drive in here so that you can see. They also have a basketball court down there and a volleyball net that belongs solely to the Blue Lake members. And we've got some ambassadors here to greet us. Tons of deer out in this area. It's so awesome. Ooh, I'm not going to hit you, dearie. I hope you can see all of them. So this is the boat ramp. Private launch, paid for by the Blue Lake. HOA dues, $300 a year. That's not monthly, guys. So easy to pull in there and drop off the boat. We have some storage over here, uncovered storage where people keep their boat trailers and things like that. You can rent those spaces. There's another storage unit also over by the golf course that is outside uncovered storage. Very, very cheap. I think it's $80 for the entire year to store your boats and trailers and anything you want to store out there uncovered for Blue Lake residents only, again. Alright, so this is Blue Lake Drive, which is, remember I said that 2831 turns into Blue Lake Drive, and we are facing the golf course. Now, if my husband was here, he could tell you which hole that is. I cannot. But this whole area in the center of the neighborhood is the golf course. So we're going to go down here so that you can see where the marina is. We have our own volunteer fire department here. And that's where they keep the trucks and everything. Dumpsters. And then over here, there's another deer. How you doing, dearie? We have a park with some playground equipment for the kids. There's a walking trail in there, a little bit of light exercise equipment like bars and things like that. And we're going up the hill towards the marina. A lot of this land that is undeveloped will stay undeveloped because it might have ravines or something else. There's a lagoon site working on that all summer, flattening out that foundation. Come on, golf cart. I think I can. You can ask my family. I never take the golf cart when we're out here. I'm a car person myself. A lot of the people that have sprinkler systems by the way, you can run, walk, jog around the neighborhood, and if you go through the entire neighborhood without ever leaving Blue Lake, and you can put in 2.7 miles just on the perimeter, you can add several exits and turns and everything and get up to about 4.5 miles, I think it is, if you take all the loops. There's the lake down there. Brand new houses. This one's, I think, only a couple years old. It's butterfly season. If you're familiar with South Central Texas, then you'll know that there's about 2 weeks over the course of the year where the butterflies come out and they migrate. Mexico, I think it is. Or to Mexico. Alright, so here we have the marina. These slips are for rent. The property that I have listed has a slip that they're willing to negotiate signing over the lease on. There is a waiting list years long to get a spot in here. So if you purchase this house, then the owners are willing to sign over the lease to you for their boat slip. There's a couple of piers over here also. And lots and lots of good fishing. I always see people out here fishing in the evenings. Got an aeration system over there at the mouth to the marina to try to keep some of the gunk out. It's just natural that anytime there's an inlet or something, you're going to end up with some refuse. But they do a good job of keeping it very clean in here. Each individual boat dock slip, has its own motorized lift. And the boats are kept out of the water for the most part. and that saves a lot of wear and tear on the vehicles, on the boats. So now I'm going to take you back towards the house again. Actually, no, I'm going to take you on the other side of the neighborhood. While we're doing the tour, we might as well do the whole thing, right? So you can see that that's lake right there, and these houses all over here are lakefront as well. Now these houses that are on the water, you're hard pressed to find a house out here for under $1 million that's on the water. You got to think about what comes with that. Oh, look at that buck; it's huge. You end up having to pay lakefront taxes. You have to maintain your dock. You have to maintain your lift. Anytime there's a weather occurrence that happens, you also have to deal with all of that and the damage that may have happened. Looks like they're building something over here too. The damage that may have happened to your front area, your dock, or your house. But when you purchase a house like the one that I have listed at, I don't think I ever gave you the address, 101 East Bluebonnet Road, which I'll tell you again at the end. You don't have to deal with any of that, because that simple payment of $300 a year pays for maintenance on all of the public spaces. When I say public, they're confined only to owners in the Blue Lake estates. So all these houses. So you can see the older houses, and then right next to it you have houses that were built 10 years ago or so. And right next to that you have a house that was built probably, I think within the last 5 years they've redone that house. This one was treated as a model home for a while. These are all lakefront properties. And I want to say that this one right here sold for around $3 million. So we're on the end of the peninsula right now. If you ever come out to Blue Lake, or to LBJ, I mean, there's an area that people used to call Party Cove, Sandy Beach, and that is just beyond these houses right here. It's a great place where the water is shallow, and underneath the water it's very sandy, and people pull up and hang out. For a while there was a super big party spot, and then after the flood happened a couple years ago, it changed the lay of the land underneath the water. So people started congregating at a spot that was more in the middle of the lake. And now, Party Cove, or Sandy Beach, has become a fantastic place for families to hang out. Lots of social distancing happening here over this past summer, because it's so easy to be in the water but be completely separated from other people. There's another good idea of how close we are to the water. Looks like they're dredging out there, cleaning it up. Lake LBJ is a man-made lake. It was actually created by a dam, actually 2 dams, and it's part of the Colorado River lake system. One end of Lake LBJ, you have a convergence of the Llano River and the Colorado River. The good thing about that is that they can control the level of the lake by opening or closing the dams. This is an extremely steep hill, so if you're really into some serious running, this is a hill that even in my height of running I could never come up without having to walk a little bit. But it's totally worth it, because when you get up here to the top, fantastic views. So this house right here I think is the most recently finished one. Again, on the water, paying those lakefront taxes, which you don't have to deal with. A lot of this land over here is not developable because of the terrain, which is fantastic, because then that gives us a lot of open space out here. Now the reason I wanted to take that journey around the side of the peninsula is because I wanted you to see the golf course, and this is one of the best views you can get. I'm going to pull onto the wrong side of the road here so that you can see it. So this is the entire golf course. It's a 9-hole golf course, so it's not the full 18 holes, but it's just perfect for a Saturday morning before you go out on the water. It's right in the middle of the neighborhood. The whole neighborhood is structured around it, actually. You can find from certain spots, you can see the entire golf course, and when the sun is rising, oh man, it's fantastic to come out here in the morning and watch the sunrise over the golf course. Here's another view of some of the holes. The golfers in my family love playing out here. Water is right there. But to give you perspective, we just passed a couple of open lots. The two lots are being sold together and only one of them can be built on. They're in a floodplain. Those two lots together are being sold for last I checked, I think it was $900,000. And they're just lots, there's no houses on them. So we've got a little practice area for golfing over here. And a putting green. Over here on this side, that's where that other dry storage is, just over this little hill. Recycle dumpsters and everything else over there. And here's the clubhouse for the golf course. And tons of deer. Somebody must have been feeding them over there. On this side, we have the tennis courts. Residents only. Wish you could feel this weather out here. So we are coming up to the intersection of Blue Lake and Bluebonnet, and guess what? Here is the mud office for the neighborhood, and here is the house that's for sale, 101 East Bluebonnet, directly catty-corner from it. We just did an entire loop of the neighborhood. Fantastic running, biking, walking, everything else. Golf course, marina, private beach, piers to tie up the boat on, tennis court, basketball court, and your new home. Pulling into the garage. So, I hope you enjoyed the tour of Blue Lake Estates, and especially the tour of 101 East Bluebonnet Road in Blue Lake Estates. It's currently listed